Well, hello there, I'm CordellPrime, and this is a tour review on the Thundercats Classic, Tygra. Starting off, of course, with the box. You can see that at the top, it says Thundercats Classic. You have the window where you can see the figure displayed. At the bottom, it says 18 points of articulation, warning, choking hazard. Here on the side, you have a really nice looking photo of Tygra there. As well as on the back, it says Thundercats Classic with another good looking photo of Tygra. Here on the back, you have shots of the figure. You can create action poses with Tygra. At the top here, I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see. It says, roaring back into action, these highly detailed and articulated figures are based on the classic 1980s animated Thundercats series. Awesome. Of course, you see that he comes with a whip, short whip, extra hand. And at the bottom, you see more figures in the line. You have the 6-inch ones, Lino, Panthro, and Mumra from the 2011 cartoon, as well as the 8-inch classic figures. The only ones we have so far are Lino and Tygra, and I do have Lino, so expect a review on him. On the side here, not really much, just details. So there you go. And now on to Tygra. Detail-wise, starting with the feet, his claws, or paws, whatever you want to call them, they are molded, of course. The boot is molded and painted. All the muscles, of course, are molded in. You have all the you have the hands. They're molded. They're molded very nicely, as well as painted. You have the kind of like the tiger print details. This is accurate to the cartoon. I have checked. He does have this, I guess, forearm guard on his left arm, as well as this one shoulder guard, but it's not on the other side. Instead, it's just an elbow pad, which is accurate to the cartoon. I did check. Have his suit, of course, done with the Thundercats logo. His head sculpt, I really do like. You can see that it really does look like Tygra, and it kind of emphasized the whole fur look, that this is his actual head, not just part of his suit. It's got this nice molded texture into it to kind of give that kind of fur feel. I really like the way that looks. I think that's just pretty cool. For articulation, his head can rotate all the way around. It has a ball joint here at the upper part of the neck, so you can tilt it down like that, as well as a joint at the bottom of the neck, so he can really look far down, like he's a giant. You can't really look up that much, but you can get him like that. This arm can rotate all the way around, go in and out, rotates at the bicep, he bends at the elbow, he rotates at the wrist, and the wrist has this, like, kind of, as you can see, kind of like a pivot joint in it, as well as a ball joint at the end, so that's very nicely articulated. This arm, it can't rotate all the way around, but you can get some fairly good movement with this shoulder guard being rubbery. He still rotates at the bicep, bends at the elbow, still got the wrist articulation. He can rotate at the waist, although it looks kind of weird when you do it. He can tilt like that, I guess, and somewhat side to side. Legs can go forward, they can go back, minus a loose hip joint. Go in and out. He rotates at the thigh. And one detail I've seen pointed out in a lot of reviews, and I do have to agree, that it is pretty cool that they've sculpted this kind of muscle joint, this kind of muscle over the joint, so it doesn't look weird when you want to turn it to display him. He has a double knee joint. He rotates at the boot, rather stiff though. His ankles can tilt and pivot. And as if articulation. So this guy, he can get into a lot of poses. Really cool. It's loose. Accessory-wise, he comes with, of course, an extra hand in more of a gripping position. Basically looks the same as the other hands, except, of course, it's in more of a gripping pose, I guess. What you gotta do, disconnect this hand and put this on. But where you can see that the ball joint, the way it is, it's going to be a bit of a pain to do. It's going to constantly move and bend to try to, like he doesn't want to get his hand on. It's like this on his hand. There you go. Got his hand to fit on. Now this hand is for, of course, a signature weapon in the cartoon, his whip. First you have it in its compact form. Got the 3 red balls at the end with the gold handle. Pretty nice. It slides into his hand like so. So he can hold it. So you can get him in this kind of pose as if he's got his whip out, like he's just ready to draw it, that kind of thing. Excuse me. That's pretty cool. He also comes with his whip in the extended form. And zoom out now. it's in its extended form, and this is how it comes packaged in 2 parts. You got a peg on this end, hole on that end. Not really rocket science. Fits in just like so. And thanks to that, you can rotate it around and do whatever you want with it. Of course, it slides into his hand like that. And looks really cool. It is a very flexible plastic, so you probably could use it as a real whip. I don't know. But one really cool thing I like is that in the packaging, he has like the Thundercats logo background. That is removable, as you can see, and of course, looks pretty cool. You can actually use it as a backdrop for your figures. I'm not sure if anyone else has mentioned this. This is the first time I've ever done it. It just randomly happened when I opened him up, but I do think it's really cool and just great for display. And that is it for Tygra. And to be honest, I really do recommend this toy. I love the way he looks. He has an amazing amount of articulation. The accessories are really cool. And it's just a very well done figure and very well replicates the look of Tygra from the original 80s cartoon. So, yeah, pick him up. Got mine at Toys R Us, so hunt at your local Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, whatever place you think might have them, they might have them. So, hope you enjoyed this review. See you next time, everybody.